Welcome back to Key West, Florida. This is an exercise of hypnosis in a series of exercises intended to help you develop proficiency in accessing and utilizing more of your innate capacities. As this is not being done in a studio and is done in the real world, you will be hearing many ambient sounds. Birds, cars, traffic, people, music, jets going overhead, sirens going by. Your whole world is permeated and embedded in background sounds. As the background sound of piano permeates into your being, on this video, become aware that all background sounds in your world are useful tools for going deeper into awareness of who and what you are, where you want to be, and what you want to achieve in your life. So today, the purpose of this exercise is to assist you in becoming more aware of your capacities to release negative emotions and move forward in life. So the 4 emotions are based upon the work of Tad James. I am building a website that has lists to books, additional reading material, and websites for your further education. But for now, let's look at those 4 negative emotional clusters. Background sound of the moped going by. Reassure you, all's well in my outside world. It's a beautiful day in paradise. Wait, here come some military jets. The sound of our freedom. Oh, no, that's a civilian takeoff. So today, the negative emotions we'll look at releasing have to do with stimulants, which are anger and fear, and depressants, which are sadness, and the complex known as shame and guilt. So if you're interested today in using a brief exercise to release these 4 negative emotional clusters, I would like you first to write down an objective you have, some goal that you haven't yet achieved. And then write down next to that goal whatever it is. I want to finish my book, I want to finish my class, I want to be a better lover, I want to be a better parent, I want to be more competent at work, I want to improve my sports performance, whatever it is that you're feeling kind of stumped or stuck on. Yeah, that's the technical term, stuck. It's when you keep doing the same thing and it's not working. So just write down one thing, just one, that you'd like to change today. You can use this exercise again with other things, but today just pick one thing. And write down what level of motivated you are. 0% motivated, I don't know why I'm writing it down. I'm not really interested. 100% motivated. We don't want that either, because 100%, you wouldn't be listening to this video if you were 100% motivated. You would be out there doing it. Pick something you're stuck on and write down what percentage of motivated you are between 0 and 100%. Let's say you're 50% motivated. Yeah, that means 50% of you is working against you. Say you're 90% motivated. You still have 10% working against you. What we want to do is release the negative emotions that cluster up to knot you up to prevent you from moving forward smoothly with your life. So, ask your conscious and your unconscious minds, would it be acceptable for me to learn now what I didn't learn then that I need to learn now about this inappropriate feeling? Which one you want to work on first? Anger, fear, sadness, or the shame-guilt cluster? Pick one. And bear in mind, we're going to release all 4 of them, but we won't release 2 stimulants, one right after another. If you release a stimulant of anger or fear, the next one you have to pick will be sadness or the shame-guilt cluster. So there's balance. So pick an emotion that you'd like to release right now that seems to be holding you back from achieving that goal of yours. And ask your conscious and your unconscious minds, would it be acceptable for me to learn now what I didn't learn then that I need to learn about this inappropriate feeling so I can put that inappropriate feeling into the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what I want or need that I haven't gotten yet, and move forward with greater joy in achieving my goals? And if you hear yes inside, we'll continue. And if you hear no, stop the exercise. This is all about consent and buy-in and permission, and I want your permission to help you. And if you're ready to go back in time, to find out what it is you need to learn now that you didn't learn then about this inappropriate emotion, then just go back in time to 5 minutes after the very first experience of that inappropriate emotion and ask yourself again. It's consent. Am I willing to learn now what I didn't learn then that I need to learn now about that inappropriate feeling so I can move forward in time with greater joy and achieve my goal? And if you hear yes, then go up. Go way up, above whatever it was that happened there. And look down upon it and become aware that the soul knows nothing of pain and suffering. It knows about growth and development. And if you need to go up higher, go so far up into the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the creative intelligence of the universe, that you become aware the soul knows nothing of pain and suffering. It knows about growth and development. Look down on whatever it was that happened there. Go so far up there that you become aware of the learning. And when you've got it, ask yourself, do I still need to hang on to this, or would I like to let go of it now? And if you'd like to let go of that learning and put it in the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what you want or need that you haven't gotten yet so that you can move forward with greater joy and achieve your goal, then let it go and move to 5 minutes before that event or series of events occurred. And notice, where is that inappropriate feeling there? Is it there, or is it gone? If we've done this properly, that inappropriate adverse feeling is gone. And then you might want to slide back down into that event and feel around, smell around, taste around, touch around, look around, sense it. Is there any residue of that negative emotion left? And if there is, we haven't gone back far enough to find the original decision. And you need to start this exercise again, to go back to the very first time, so that you can learn now what you didn't learn then that you need to learn now, so you can let it go into the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what you want or need that you haven't gotten yet, and move forward with greater joy in your life. And if there's none of that residue of that negative emotion, that one you picked, not the other ones, the one you picked, then float back up. 5 minutes before that event or series of events occurred, come forward to the moment of now, only as fast as you allow yourself to stop at 5 minutes before that event or series of events that used to have that negative emotion along the way. Just check along the timeline from then to now, from now to then, at 5 minutes before that old event or events that used to have that inappropriate emotions, and when you're all the way back to the moment of now and you've checked them all out, open your eyes and think about it for a moment. Perhaps you'll want to add a log into your journal. And then you want to pick another emotion, if you're ready. So if you picked a stimulant, an anger or a fear, you need to pick the other one now, a sadness or a shame-guilt emotional load, and vice versa. So ask your conscious and your unconscious minds, are you willing to learn now what you didn't learn then that you need to learn about this inappropriate feeling, so that you can put that inappropriate feeling into the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what you want to need that you haven't gotten yet, so you can move forward with greater joy in your life? And if the answer is yes, go back in time to 5 minutes after the very first experience of that inappropriate feeling and ask yourself again, would it be acceptable for me to learn now what I didn't learn then that I need to learn now about his inappropriate feeling so I can move forward with greater joy and achieve my goal in life? And if you are, then go back in time and up in time, way up in time till you're 5 minutes above whatever it was that happened there. You get so far up there in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the creative intelligence of the universe, that you become aware the soul knows nothing of pain and suffering. It knows about growth and development. And once you've learned now what you didn't learn then that you need to learn now, so you can put that learning in the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what you want or need that you haven't gotten yet, then ask yourself, can I let this go now? And if you hear yes, then go back 5 minutes further before the event or series of events occurred and ask yourself, where is that inappropriate feeling there? Is it there? Is it gone? If we've done this properly, it's gone. And you can float into that scene again and look around, smell around, taste around, touch around, feel around, sniff around, whatever it is you need to do, check to see if there's any residue left. If you've done this properly, you'll notice it's all gone, stored in the warehouse of learning of what works, what doesn't work, what you want or need that you haven't gotten yet, so you can move forward with greater joy and goal achievement in your life. I see by the time that I'm going to have to ask you to do this exercise 2 more times by repeating this exercise in this video in order to get the full 4 negative emotion release if I'm going to keep it under the 10-minute deadline. Thank you for coming to Key West, listening to our bird sounds and our piano on this beautiful holiday weekend. It's a beautiful day in paradise. I'm going to get out and enjoy some of it. I hope you do too.